Hello, everybody.
Good to have you here. As you could see in my message, I've had a promising business idea recently. So far, the Great Lakes region has not been developed with railroads, and it's just waiting to be conquered by us. In this matter, we work with our own capital. In return, the state has promised us all the necessary land rights. I chose the city of Grand Rapids as our company headquarters. It has a great central position, but it's also quite remote. You should spread out as quickly as possible to convince the citizens of the advantages of having their own railroad network.
All right. Well, welcome back for another scenario. This would be scenario number 4, the Great Lakes. Let's see what we got to do. So, the first thing we have to do is have 120,000 citizens connected. We need 60 passengers without changing trains from Grand Rapids to Buffalo. Need a balance of 55,000 a week. So, optionals have 700,000 balance a week. Then 6 cities over 75,000 have express status between Thunder Bay and Chicago. All right, let's look around quickly. Okay, so Grand Rapids is in the center. Clearly, that's one we're going to have to build up. We have connection bonuses in Toledo and at this grain right here. We also have connection bonus for Buffalo and London. And if we keep going up, okay, so it goes pretty far into Quebec and Ontario. White River makes it onto the list. Sudbury, Duluth, okay. So it looks like they kind of want us to go this way here. All right, we have our first line laid out from Grand Rapids to London to Buffalo to get those London and Buffalo bonuses. So we'll go ahead. We only have money for one train at the moment, so we'll go ahead and lay that down. Okay, so we floated some bonds, and we decided to bring a line down from Grand Rapids Express to Toledo. I'm going to do something different, throw a mixed train on there so we can bring up the meat. So we just built a station in Cleveland. So now we have the Grand Rapids train that Toledo is now going over to Cleveland as well. And then back to
I
Toledo
must
and back to Grand
confess, I
Rapids.
will probably never tire of the lovely sounds of ringing cash registers.
Okay, 55,000 per week on our balance. All right. So we don't quite have a train on Chicago yet, but we do have it all hooked up ready to roll.
The profit margins of our trains
Oh,
remain
nice.
unchallenged. This makes us one of the most successful companies in America.
All right, so we have our 700,000 per week balance. Interesting. Okay. So we wanted to get this connection bonus for Baker Terminals, so we're going to bring that into the Cleveland Express line for now.
Our network is spreading eastward. This is an important step, although, of course, we must not neglect the other directions either.
Nice. All right, so as you can see, we're just building a freight station in Grand Rapids. So, okay, we got 60 passengers from Grand Rapids to Buffalo. So to get our last connection bonus here at Walker Rest, we just kind of threw a crude freight station down in Grand Rapids, threw one down Walker Rest, and just a single line between them.
As we are working for ourselves this time, I was able to keep our goals a little less strict. Our top priority should be to grow our business and our reach. The how is up to you. Ah, that was the last destination of our first stage. Impressive. At this rate, we will be able to multiply our stock market value.
Nice. So we got our 120,000 citizens connected. All right, we finally have enough money to put one train. I wish it was like 3, but we got one train now we're putting down between Grand Rapids and Chicago Express. We finally added in Madison, so now we got our 3-station train from Grand Rapids, Chicago, Madison. So we got that figured out. We're up to, in case you're wondering, an average balance of 97,000 a week. And we have restaurants everywhere except for London. London's due for a restaurant. We have our line laid out from Madison to Rochester to Minneapolis, Rochester and back. We're going to put 3 trains on that. We're going to leave that mix and do automatic. See how that works. Alright, we have our Minneapolis to Duluth to Thunder Bay to Duluth back to Minneapolis line. I'm going to put a Bavarian on that, so 3 of them. So we did a bypass around Madison, Rochester, Minneapolis, and Duluth to get up to Thunder Bay to get the optional task from Thunder Bay to Chicago. So we got our 2 trains on there with all our wagons. This time we put straight express train because Chicago and Thunder Bay both have cloths. So we just hooked up Des Moines to Rochester, and we have 2 Bavarians, which are autos, going back and forth. So it's going to ship some of the cloth and then some of the meat from Rochester back and forth. So now we have Buffalo to Toronto to Ottawa to Toronto. We put our Bavarian 3 trains on that. So we're just working on
Thus,
Pittsburgh
most
here.
of the cities within our plan are connected. Now all that remains is to properly supply them too.
Alright, so we'll just finish this up. So this was the 15 cities connected, is what it was. Okay, so let's see. Buffalo, I don't think has a. They have a restaurant, the post office. Okay, so Pittsburgh needs to have. They need to have a maintenance depot, and they're going to have a restaurant. Okay, so then we got
The new
Pittsburgh.
express line is up and running, and it is a complete success.
Nice. Okay, so we'll keep this on just express because they both have alcohol, so no point in shipping stuff back and forth. So like I said, the 15 cities, we got that. And then the second thing he said was the Thunder Bay to Chicago. So we have all that. So now our main next things we're going to do is found the city of White River and Sudbury. Then we'll work on Grand Rapids. And we'll deliver 4 loads of any goods at Duluth, which eventually we'll do because we have a mixed train on that anyways. So then basically we're going to have to focus on warehouses at this point. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and come back and watch another great video of Alchemy Gaming.